Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here, doing a recap of last night and a look ahead to today's games for Thursday, October 27th. So, a lot of high-scoring games last night, a lot of high-scoring scores. I think the highest I saw was like a 426. But anyway, Anthony Davis just straight up just went off, almost had 100 points. So, pretty crazy. So, anyway, I hope you guys had a good night. As I said, we'll do a recap and look ahead to today's four-game slate here for Thursday. So, got a 344. Obviously, not the best score out there. On any other night, you'd be in the top in tournaments. But obviously, tonight it was just a regular lineup. I think Anthony did a little bit better. I'm not sure. Didn't get to see his final score. But anyway, mine was a 344.8. This was just a straight up basic lineup. This was just a cash lineup, and it turned out to be half decent. So, anyway, we got D'Angelo Russell got me 24.7. Thought he'd do a lot more than that. He scored 20 points, but just didn't do too much in the assist or steals or anything like that. So definitely disappointed there from Russell. Ty Lawson had a very good night. Got you 30.7. Will definitely take that. James Harden does what James Harden does. Got you 64.1. Kind of the same thing with Russell with Booker. Got you 18 points and 3 assists, but just didn't do too much elsewhere. So not the best night from him. Very disappointed in Booker here tonight. Rudy Gay, he's one of my favorite options out there. Very reliable and consistent. Got you 36.6. Rondé Hollis Jefferson, man, you killed my lineup. Need somebody cheap, and I thought you'd get me at least 23, 24, but man, you didn't do anything there. Got you 8 points, so probably not going to be picking him for a long time. Next was Serge Ibaka. Same thing with Booker and Russell. Got you 14.7 rebounds, but just didn't do too much anywhere else. And then, as I said, Anthony Davis, man alive, 95.7. This guy is going to be, man, if he's healthy, he's going to be a very dangerous weapon here for New Orleans. Man, crazy, 95.7. And then Nurkic got you 39.3. Definitely will take that from him. So, overall, pretty good night. As I said, it's kind of just an average night if you look at the score, but usually 344 is going to be winning you, some money. So, anyway, if you guys are interested in premium lineups, definitely let us know. We will have our email in the comment section. Just click on it and hit us up for premium lineups or anything like that. It's 2 straight days of 319 and the 344. So hopefully keep making our way up. The first 2 days have been cashing. So if you guys are struggling with NBA, definitely hit us up and we will hopefully, win you guys some money. So anyway, with that being said, let's get into today's 4-game slate here for Thursday. Definitely not my favorite slate. There are some good games to target, but I don't care for these small slates too much. But all right, anyway, we're gonna get into it. We got Washington and Atlanta. We got a 204 total, and Atlanta by 3. So both of these teams are our first games here today. They didn't get to play the first 2 days, so you got John Wall here against Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder just signed that new contract with Atlanta, so I think Schroeder's going to be a good play. He's pretty confident in his contract. He's happy about that, so he's going to come out and probably give you a pretty good game here. This is going to be his first year that he's going to be able to actually start. As we all know, Jeff Teague was with Atlanta, got traded to the Pacers. So Schroeder, I've liked this guy. Every time he got the start for Teague, I always put him in there. I really do like him. He's an explosive player. So look for Schroeder, get you at least 30 here. 6,000. He's going to be very popular. So. Sorry, 6,500. He's going to be very popular. So I do like him. John Wall, I don't mind him. I wish it was maybe a different game, 9,400. There's some other point guards out there I like Lillard and Paul, but I don't mind Wall if you want to go against the grind, because I don't think he'll be as popular as Lillard and Paul will be, because that's seems like a little bit more competitive matchup, even though this one is set to be only a -3. So don't mind Wall at all if you can afford him. it's one of those nights where there's a lot of stars and not too many scrub players. So if you can afford them, I don't mind them, but Schroeder definitely going to be in my lineups. I don't mind Bradley Beal here, 6,200 if you want him. Once again, not one of my favorite guys out there, but shooting guard is just terrible tonight. Not many options out there, and Hawks, as we all know, are a pretty good defense. So it's up to you guys if you want to pick Bradley Beal. This last year he's been up and down with his play, so he's there, but not my favorite play. You might have to put in Kyle Korver. Even though I don't really care for him, he'll probably get you 20, maybe 22 points. They just don't, use him as much as they used to. He's getting a little bit older, but definitely still a threat from the three-point area. But 3,800, you might need him just because he's so cheap. I'm not sure if Tim Hardaway, he might get a little bit minutes as well. So if you want to go GPP, you might go Tim Hardaway, but Hardaway doesn't do too much. But totally up to you. Maybe Hardaway gets more than Korver. I have no idea, but it's totally up to you guys. And then we got small forward. We got Kent Bazemore. I definitely do not mind Bazemore here against Otto Porter. I like Bazemore quite a bit. And then you got Otto Porter, never too high on him. So Bazemore going to be in some of my lineups. 5,100. Was peaking out last year a little bit. Was coming through. So Bazemore, half decent player. I definitely don't mind him. And then you got Paul Millsap here against Markieff Morris. I love that matchup. Millsap is going to have to lead here, Atlanta, because as we all know, no Al Horford. So Millsap, his usage is definitely going to go up. So really like Paul Millsap. And then you got Dwight Howard here against Gortat. For this one, I'm going to have to see how Howard does. I mean, I know that he's back in his hometown and all, but he is facing Gortat, not a bad defender at all, but totally up to you guys. 7,500. There's some other cheaper guys out there that I would rather have, but Howard, he's definitely in there. So just going to be mostly a stars kind of scrub kind of night here. We got Millsap, as I said, I really like him. Bazemore as a place filler. Maybe Korver, not too high on him though. And then Wall, if you can get him, and Dennis Schroeder in all my lineups. So kind of where I'm going there for that first game. Nothing too exciting, but we will move on. We got Boston and Chicago. This is definitely going to be one of the games you're going on target. We've got a 211 total and Boston by 1. So right away, Isaiah Thomas comes to my mind. Last year when Rondo was with the Sacramento Kings, he was getting exposed a little bit on his defense. So look for Isaiah Thomas to come out again. Got a 46.7 and his opening night here against the Nets. So look for Thomas, to be a vocal point of this offense. I really like him here tonight. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, then you got Rondo. Maybe go Michael Carter-Williams here as a GPP. Williams, as we know, was a starter for the Bucks. He can get you 25, 30. Just don't know what his usage or his projected minutes are going to be. I can go find that out here. But he would definitely could be a GPP play there. I guess not. He's not going to be playing too much. So they're not going to be using him like they did in Milwaukee. So definitely cancel that one out. So anyway, Thomas, I'm going to play him over Rondo. And then you got Dwayne Wade. He's listed at shooting guard, but on the projected lineups, he's at small forward, going up against Crowder. So I don't mind Wade here at all. I think it's going to be a Butler show, though. I like Butler here against Avery Bradley. So that's where I'm going to be going there. 8,200, he's still pretty cheap. So that's, Butler's going to be in a lot of my lineups as well. I don't mind Taj Gibson if he gets to start here against Boston. I know he's going to be taking on Al Horford, but, man, Gibson looked very good in the preseason. He's definitely fighting for that job against Mirotic. So, he's an easy double-double kind of guy, and they're going to need the control down low here against Boston. So, really do like Taj Gibson. Al Horford, definitely don't mind him here at all. He's going to be at the power forward position. Amari Johnson looks like he's going to be the center. So, Horford, he didn't do too bad in his opening night. He got you 32. Expecting at least 35 from him. So, he's working into a new offense. He's got a lot of younger guys that he's going to be playing with. So, but for me, I really like Thomas. He's going to be in there. Butler's going to be in there. Wade's going to be in some. And then Taj Gibson, if he's going to start, will be in some of my lineups as well as a place filler. So, anyway, we're moving on. We got San Antonio and Sacramento. We have a 206 total and San Antonio by 8.5. So we all saw what San Antonio did to Golden State, and it was not pretty. So San Antonio is going to be on the road again, just going down to Sacramento, not too far from Oakland. I know Ty Lawson had a good night. He got you 30.7, but you got to remember, though, he was facing the Suns. And, as we all know, San Antonio is a little bit different team. I don't mind Patty Mills here at all. I'm going to be putting him in some of my lineups. As you saw, they blew out the Warriors, so Mills was getting some playing time, and that's what they're going to be doing here against Sacramento. So Mills will be in my lineups. If you guys can get him in there, I would definitely recommend that. Not too high on Parker. And then we got Afalo, we got Manu Ginobili. Maybe Ginobili again. Maybe he'll come in and get some scrap time, but not my favorite play out there. And definitely love Kawhi Leonard. Not too high on Rudy Gay tonight, but Kawhi, man, $8,200 still. Definitely put him in your lineup. I don't think he's going to do as much as he did on opening night, just because I don't think they don't need him to. I still think he'll get you about 35, 40 points. I don't think he'll be playing as many minutes here, so that's the only thing you got to worry about here with Leonard, but I still think he'll be a productive player here against a Sacramento team that has some issues in the defense. All right, moving on, we got Aldridge. Like him quite a bit, probably going up against Boogie. Aldridge and Boogie are going to be fighting pretty good down there, so really do like Aldridge in this position. Not too high on Willie Cauley-Stein or any of those guys. And then you got Boogie. He didn't play too many minutes. Different coach, a little bit different system, but here against San Antonio, not too high on. Maybe Pau Gasol, but he really disappointed on opening night. Plus, he didn't play many minutes, so that's a little questionable there. So anyway, I like Aldridge. Don't want too much exposure from this game, just because it could be a blowout. So and Popovich likes to rest his players when it's a blowout. So you got Aldridge. Don't mind Leonard there. And then as my GPP, Patty Mills will be in almost all my lineups. So, all right, moving on. We got the Clippers and we got Portland as our last game. We got a 209 total and Clippers by 2. This is definitely going to be the game you're going to want to target quite a bit. Lillard, he just went off his first game. I know he'll be facing Paul, pretty good defender, but Lillard is going to be Lillard. He's at home, and he's a really good player at home. So Lillard, I really do like him. I don't mind Chris Paul either, but for a little bit cheaper, I'm going to go with Lillard. He's going to have to be a high-scoring machine here in this matchup. C.J. McCollum, definitely don't mind him. They're going to be needing him to shoot quite a bit as well. Even though the Clippers are not bad against the shooting guard position, but McCollum, he's a pretty good scorer, and they're definitely going to need him here. You got Crawford, you got J.J. Redick. As I said, shooting guard is just downright bad tonight, so you might have to put one of those guys in there. Maybe Redick here, but it's always like that with the Clippers. They got 2 shooting guards, don't know which one's going to go off, so... Moving on, we got Evan Turner, we got Mo Harkless. Not really too high on any of these guys. Maamute looks like he's going to be starting at the small forward position, so might be fading that small forward position. Griffin, I love him. I know he has a Amino on him, but Griffin's looking good and healthy, so I like him in a lot of my lineups. And then DeAndre Jordan here against a Portland team that, as we all know, not good against the center position, so definitely like Jordan as well for 8,000. So not too many cheap options out there that I can see. So with your stars, you're going to have to be pretty selective of who you want in your lineup. So, all right, we are going to do a 50-50. We're actually just going to do one lineup here since it's only 4 games. It's going to be hard to separate yourself. So just going to do one lineup here. And on the bigger slates, we will do Anthony and I will do 3 total lineups. So, alrighty. So for this one here, we're gonna go Lillard, and we're going to go Patty Mills. As I said, he's going to be in a lot of my lineups. Moving on, we got CJ McCollum. Yeah, as I said, that shooting guard position is just not pretty here tonight. I'm just gonna have to put him in there, even though I'm not could go that way. I totally forgot to mention Alan Crabb. He had a half decent way to start. So let's go Crabb here against the Clippers. I'd rather go with him than Manu Ginobili just because he's a little bit more part of this offense here. He had 18 points in 29 minutes, so he's getting his minutes. So I'm gonna put Crabb in there. All right, small forward position. We got Jimmy Butler. We got Kawhi Leonard. I'm probably gonna go Jimmy Butler here over Kawhi Leonard, and then I said I didn't mind Kent Bazemore. Let's see here. And then also you have Kyle Anderson. Well, that's one guy I did not mention. I totally forgot about that. He should be really popular here tonight. Jonathan Simmons. Hopefully he gets some more playing time. It should be a blowout. So hopefully Simmons gets some more playing time here against the Kings. He played 20 minutes, got 20 points, 4 rebounds. So I think he will be very popular here tonight. So moving on, we got Griffin, we got Millsap, and you got Aldridge. See if I can go Griffin and Taj Gibson here. And then you got a whole bunch of money left over to get DeAndre Jordan. All right. All right, 68. Ooh. All right, yeah, you got 1,500 here left over, so maybe not too sure where you're gonna go there, but for now, that's just where we're gonna leave it at. Not gonna get too into it as usual. That's just a rough draft lineup. If you guys do want the premium, definitely hit us up on our email. We'll have that in the comment section for you. But anyway, Lillard, I like him. Mills, I mean, I know there's 1,500 left over, but I think he'll be a good part of this bench here for San Antonio. McCollum, Alan Crabb. Maybe you guys can upgrade it from Alan Crabb if you want to do that. As I said, shooting guard's just not pretty. We got Avery Bradley there, but he'll be probably going up against Jimmy Butler, not too high on that, or Dwayne Wade. Both of them are good defenders, but just going to leave it with Crabb. And then you got Butler, and then you got Simmons as well, Griffin, Taj Gibson, and Jordan. So definitely going to have to mix and match this lineup, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. So, all right, guys, I think that mostly does it. If you do enjoy the video, leave a like. We appreciate it. If you have not subscribed yet, hit that button for more NBA advice videos. So, with that being said, hope everyone has a good Thursday in the NBA, and we'll definitely see you guys all tomorrow.